It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are at Wintry First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken at the goal line. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. There on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Willis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play? It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back back to throw. Willis. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. On 1st down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow forced out to his left. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only 1 so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line, a near catastrophe. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
2nd and 5. Now Watson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing again is Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Mixon, an 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
On 1st down, Watson. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm one, right?
Play action. It's Burrow. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Watson's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 41, Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 41 yards. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Cleveland. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 2nd down. Watson off play action. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 10.
give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A give. This is Chubb.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he takes this one in for a ground score. DeAndre Swift. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now, Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On third down, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. CeeDee Lamb, 33 yards. And the Browns on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bengals drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Willis. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Watson. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Able to connect with Chark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Burrow. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Burrow. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Throwing. Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's fourth down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Burrow steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.